So before we begin into today's discussion, I will be just giving you a brief recap on what we have learned on the previous videos. The first video we have discussed talks about environmental strategies in New Zealand. We have discussed on how New Zealand has achieved its environmental sustainability by initiating new policies and strategies to tackle environmental issues faced in the country and reduce global warming. The second video we have looked at talks about environmental laws in Papua New Guinea, specifically on the Forestry Act 1991. We have discussed on the Forestry Act 1991 in PNG, its aims, what they have accomplished, how the law has affected or benefited the environment and its people, and how the government has looked into forestry-related issues. The final video we have discussed is about the oil spill in the Basamuk Bay in Medan province in PNG, how the oil spill in the bay has affected the marine environment, the people, and how the government has stepped in to resolve this issue. And finally, we will begin with our discussion for the final video. If you have stayed with me throughout the course of these videos, I hope you have learned a few new things, and pat yourself on the back as we begin into today's video. You may have wondered how light can be projected into your room or which source power is taken from in order to fully charge your phone battery. Well, you've come to the right place, because in this video we will be discussing where the sources of energy that is attained to produce electricity, which can hopefully answer your question. Energy is defined as the ability to do work. Energy comes in different forms. Without energy, work cannot be productively carried out. Over centuries, people have identified different ways that can enable us humans to create energy to accomplish certain tasks. Following this intervention, humans have developed ways to attain energy from different sources in the environment in order to efficiently perform certain type of task. There are different forms of energy sources developed in order to fuel production in the forms of providing electricity or fuel cars. The two main sources of which this energy can be attained from is from the renewable and non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are limited in availability. If not used wisely, can be depleted because it is a scarce resource. Examples include extracting coal from fossil fuels to produce electricity. Renewable energy sources are environmentally friendly. They are energy taken from these sources which can be replenished or renewed and never runs out. Examples include taking energy from the wind to produce electricity. There are also various forms of energy sources that is made available through renewed and non-renewed energy sources, but the common ones include nuclear energy, wind energy, solar energy, geothermal energy, hydroelectric energy, and finally, energy sources such as from coal and oil. In this video, we will be focusing only on solar energy. The sun is the source of light and energy that is needed for plants to grow and produce, and is an important source of energy for all life on Earth.
The sun. Every day, the sun shines more than 3 trillion watts of free energy on the Earth. That's enough energy to power over 3 million homes for an entire year, being produced every day. Solar panels harness the energy and convert it into clean electricity to power our homes, businesses, and lifestyles. Light from the sun stimulates electrons on a solar panel. These electrons create DC, or direct current electricity. Solar electricity travels from the panels on your roof through an inverter to the circuit breaker panel of your building. An inverter changes DC electricity into usable AC, or alternating current electricity, before sending it to the breaker panel of your building. Your home uses that electricity to power the electronic devices we use every day. It's like having your own power plant on your roof with an endless supply of clean energy. Anytime the panels are producing more energy than you are using, like sunny days when you are on vacation, the excess energy is sent back to your utility company.
Solar energy is basically using the sun to produce electricity. Through the invention of solar panels are described as an equipment developed to collect renewable energy from the sun. The solar panel runs on batteries, so during the day it collects energy from the sun, then converts it into electrical energy. Solar energy can be used for water heating, lighting, heating your house, cooling your house, used for electricity, used for transportation such as solar hybrid buses. The advantages and disadvantages of using solar energy. Firstly, solar energy is weather dependent. Because it is solar powered, it has to be weather dependent, meaning to say that if only the sun is up, the tech gets to be fully recharged in order to function and collect energy. So it probably only works in the night as it gets to be well capable and charged properly during the day. Secondly, it is costly. Solar energy is technologically viable and uses important metals such as silicon to provide electricity. Thus, the cost rate of these items are quite expensive. According to Amazon, a 5-year solar panel to be installed in your home is $549.99, which in PNG Kenya is 1,981 Kenya 62 Toya, which is quite expensive if you look at it closely. And finally, solar energy cannot be used on every roof. In terms of solar panel installation, not every home around the world can afford or install this type of equipment, therefore it is unreliable. Apart from its cost, it also is high-tech that would be only efficient and reliable to some houses apart from the many. Despite its disadvantages, solar energy has its pros in producing clean and renewable energy. It reduces electric bills. Aren't you tired of paying electric bills every month? Well, your prayers have been answered because using solar energy is totally free. All you have to do is purchase the item, get it installed in your area, and it will charge during the day. When the sun is up, then it provides power. It uses clean energy, it is easy to use, and it is technologically viable. Finally, solar energy is a renewable energy source. Solar energy directly runs on the sunlight, therefore, it is considered a clean and environmental friendly energy source. Did you know the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France, has installed solar panels, wind turbines, rainwater collection equipment in order to make the building more environmentally friendly upon its renovation in 2013? It continued its legacy to be the shining example of human ingenuity, and it also reduces carbon footprint, the energy in general. So where exactly in the Pacific has solar energy been used? Pacific Island countries are also initiating new ways to improve the use of technology and decrease carbon footprint across the globe by using renewable energy in homes. Apart from government for countries such as China, Germany, and USA encouraging clean and safe energy to be used and solar energy be cultivated, Pacific Island countries such as Tonga are helping to drive the solar energy resource into a much cleaner and safer future. In the islands of Tonga, the Asian Development Bank or ADB spearheaded a solar power project providing 6 megawatts of power to the country's outer island. With the ADB's core aim to promote environmental sustainability in the Asia-Pacific division, the Tongan monarchy signed an agreement with the ADB to allow impact projects to be carried out in Tonga. As a result, the ADB spearheading project group were established in Tongatapu, the main island of Tonga, to produce and supply clean and renewable energy to the other 2 main islands on Tonga. Tonga is the second most climate vulnerable country in the world, and unlike many other smaller developing countries in the Pacific region, the country has traditionally relied exclusively on diesel for electricity. However, the government had a target to reach by 2030 to reduce emissions and tackle climate change. The newly funded project by the Green Climate Fund in November 2019 states that Tonga had received $500 million climate readiness grants. The project will work to move Tonga away from fossil fuels to renewable energy integration into the main islands, while mini-grids will be installed in the outer island. Doing so has led to the bigger idea of using renewable energy that contributes to a renewable future for Tonga itself and other countries across the globe. In conclusion, solar energy is the last energy that isn't owned yet, thus nobody taxes the sun.